So good afternoon. Good afternoon. Sorry about the delay. I was chopping my hair, man. I was chopping my hair. My hairline has gone back another inch. What is that all about? But that hair needed to be trimmed. It was way too long. So we've cut. I'm multitasking today, man. Man's multi-talented, multitasking. Everything's going down. Beccy B wants to leave. PSG are in for Beccy B. Barcelona are on red alerts. Who makes this stuff up? Real talk. Who seriously thinks he's going to end up at Barcelona? Nope. Although saying that, Barcelona don't know defenders, do they? They're not like Chiggy Chig. He knows defenders. And Beccy B is apparently, which is doing the rounds in the media circles today, Beccy B is apparently wanting out of the club, which was music to my ears when I woke up and see that story today. And I was absolutely buzzing because, listen, let's be real here. He's rubbish, isn't he? He is absolutely dog shit. Thank you, darling. Look at that. Wifey coming with the fresh cuppa. Big up wifey with the table service. And yes, he is absolutely rubbish, isn't he? So it would be good if he did actually leave and did actually go on to pastures new. Thank you, Neftali, man. I do feel a bit fresher now. I've chopped my hair, man. I can't lie. It was just mad itchy, bruv. I can't have it. I can't have it. But listen, he is the longest serving player at the club now, isn't he? And he's been here for, 8 years, 8 seasons? And I remember when he burst onto the scene and he was lightning quick. He could cross a ball. He could defend. Well, he couldn't defend, actually. His pace used to save him. But his defending seems to have just got worse and worse the longer he's played for the football club. And I don't know whether that's to do with the fact that he's kind of comfortable now, the fact that he's on well over 100 grand a week, with his contract raising in wages $2 grand a week for every year he's here. So I think he's on 116 a week at the minute. Next year it'll be 118. The year after 120. Listen, PSG wanted him in the the summer window on loan, and apparently we blocked that move. And I don't know why we blocked that move, if I'm being completely honest, because let's be real here. This geezer is probably the worst right back. Well, he is, for me, the worst right back I've seen at Arsenal. We can all sit there and take the mick out of Lichtsteiner and Jenkinson and people like that. At least they could actually defend. And Jenkinson could actually cross a ball. So for me, consistently, year on year, he's just progressively got worse and worse and worse. And it kind of makes the fact that we rejected that loan move baffling, really, because what does he actually offer the team? What does he bring to the football club apart from PR? Because that's all he seems to do. He takes over Instagram every now and again and takes over video footage, and like he's filming himself at the training ground. Good afternoon, Gooners. Listen, seriously, man. It's like the day this geezer leaves, it's up there with Ozil. It's not as big as Ozil because listen, that guy was fleecing us for too much money, man. But I am going to plant a tree for every year he's here. So when he leaves, if he's been here for 9 years, I'm going to plant 9 trees because that's how we're rolling. Give back to the environment and make the environment great again. And hopefully this talk of PSG, the PSG rumour, I do kind of believe. Barcelona, they're in dire straits at the minute. They ain't really got much money either, let's be real. And PSG, I don't know why they want him, if I'm honest. I have no idea why they want him. But he's probably worth about 20 million quid, isn't he? 20, 22, 24, something like that. And if we can get that money in for him, we can then go and stick that on another right back. Max Aarons is linked with a couple of clubs today, and Bayern Munich being one of them. And that's kind of mad. I'm a little bit gutted about that one. But there is still Tariq Lamptey that's available, because if we go and put a decent-sized offer in, we will get Tariq Lamptey. That ain't even a debate. I don't know why people think that we can't go and get some of these players. You know, at the end of the day, Beccy B is not good enough for this football club, and he hasn't been for a blooming long time. But because he's a PR guy for the club, he's one of the captains of the club, people seem to gravitate towards him. And yeah, it's a bit of a mad one. Everton are the other club that are interested in Max Aarons. Fabrizio tweeted out 3 hours ago saying Everton are interested in Aarons as a potential target for next transfer window. He's in the list as Ancelotti is looking for a new right back. It's going to be a long race. Bayern Munich have already opened talks with him and his agent, and Man United have also scouted him too. Not quite sure why Man United would want him, seeing as they've got Wan-Bissaka. Would he like to go to United and sit and play second fiddle at United? I'm not too sure about that one. But the one thing I do know is if Hector Bellerin does leave this football club, no matter what right back we bring in, it's instantly an improvement. Literally instant improvement on what we have, because he can't defend. His positional sense is useless. He can't cross the ball. Although saying that, his crossing this season has got a little bit better, but it still ain't anywhere near good enough. And his pace has dried up completely. I don't know why that's happened. I know he's had a couple of big injuries, but would that totally kill off his pace? I don't know. What I do know is that if we can get 20 million quid for him, snap their arms off and take it immediately, because 116 grand a week will be saved off the wage bill. We could then put Maitland-Niles in there if we really wanted to, and then spend the money somewhere else in the team. Then go and maybe just get a backup right back. Me personally, I want Lamptey. That's the guy I'm after this summer. And that's the one that I want in the club. I think if you put Saliba back in the team, Pablo Marie, Gabriel, obviously Rob Holding's not going anywhere anytime soon. And then you have Tariq Lamptey plus a backup. And then you have Tierney plus a backup. Cedric, for example. Cedric could be the backup for both sides. And maybe go and get something in midfield. Maybe go and get another striker. We've got a few players coming down to the last year of their contract this summer. Lacazette, Eddie Nketiah, another one. Big up to all you, man, checking out my haircut. I done all right, innit? Man done all right, bruv. Man done all right. I was just fuming with it. I got up this morning. I said, no, I'm cutting my hair, man. I'm doing it. So yeah, I did it. It looks all right. I can't lie. But yeah, there's a few players that are coming down to the last year of their contracts, and it makes it more worrying, the fact that we rejected 20 million quid for Eddie to never put him in a squad again since. We rejected money for Maitland-Niles to then loan him out. You know, some of these decisions just don't make sense. Would you do a swap deal for Florenzi? Yeah, see, that's another thing. Florenzi's on loan, isn't he? Is he on loan? Or did they sign him? I can't remember. I know they wanted Bellerin on loan, but then they ended up with Florenzi. I can't remember whether he signed or whether it was a loan. But yeah, thank you for that, Ingers. Appreciate that, man. Fresh trim. Thank you. That name always cracks me up. Bushy Poon. How good is Lamptey defensively? Not exceptional, but he's still a young kid. And with the right coach, which this man ain't, we could potentially go and get a new manager. And I do think that if we do get knocked out of the Europa League, I can kind of see him being sacked, but I don't think they'll sack him until we get a win in the league or something like that. And then they can sack him on a high, because they're not going to do him dirty. They've put so much time, money and effort into this geezer. They're not going to do him dirty and just sack him after a loss, I don't think. So very much like how Chelsea did with Lampard. Loss. He gets a win, bang, you're sacked. Kind of let him go out with some level of dignity. But I do think potentially him and Bellerin will not be here next season. Well, I'm kind of hoping anyway. It's probably more false hope than anything else. Rafa Benitez is available. Yes, Benitez is available. And Benitez is somebody that I would take at the club. I think he's decent. I think he'll stop the rot. He'll get some level of foundation at this football club, because we seem to be all over the place, man. Like, who's running the ship? Who's the captain here? Aubameyang on the pitch is apparently the captain, but Aubameyang ain't the right captain for me. You know, for me going forward, you got to give it to somebody like Tierney, Gabriel, perhaps, maybe Thomas Partey if we can keep him fit. One of them three, for me, are the standout candidates. The rest of them, they're all much of the same. Yeah, they look good on paper. They sound good because they've got great names. But the reality is we've potentially only got 3 proper candidates to be captain. And you could even debate on whether any of them, Tierney for me would be the one. Tierney, and then maybe Gabriel as vice captain. All of this 5 captains rubbish needs to stop, man. But there you go. My guy, my guy. What do you reckon to my haircut, Jolien? Bruv, I got up this morning. I was like, I've had enough, bruv. I said, wifey, get the clippers. Get the clippers, man. Big up to you, man. I hope you and the wifey are blessed over in Sevilla, bruv. I bet it's a lot better weather than it is in Wolverhampton, that's for sure. Get a beer with us when you're back in Spain. I'll see you soon. Belen sums up the mediocrity and erosion of the once great club. Thank you, man. When I get back to Spain, bruv, I'm going to come see you and the missus and that, yeah? And I'll hire a car again and come out to you. But yeah, appreciate that, man. And you're right. Listen, I said this months and months and months ago about Ozil and Bellerin. If you had to pick two players that sum up the decade of crap, they're the two, Ozil and Bellerin. They sum up everything that's wrong with this football club. You know, they're more interested in outside of football matters than they are with football matters. Hector Bellerin openly admits that he don't watch football. He openly admits that he is not actively trying to improve himself within his trade. Why would you not watch football? I don't get that. Like, you know, you're a professional footballer. You're a right back. You're playing in a position which is one of the most important positions because you're supposed to defend and stop goals, but you're also supposed to be a creative force going forward now. That's how the modern right back is, the modern left back is. And he can't do either of them any good. But he don't actively want to sit and watch right backs, not just from this generation, but from other generations. Go and have a look at Cafu. Yeah, go and have a look at Roberto Carlos. I know he's a left back. Go and have a look at some of the great right backs down the years. Even some of the average right backs. You know, go and have a look at them. See what they do positionally. See what they do when they've not got the ball, what runs they make. Every time this geezer makes a run now, it's a run in field. Yeah, and I think that that's something that maybe Arteta has implemented because he knows that Bellerin ain't got the pace to go round the man anymore. We've seen that so many times, man. It's just embarrassing. I see a tweet today of Diego Costa's goal for Atletico when we lost to them under Wenger 1-0 away and got knocked out in the semi-final. Hector Bellerin was so far up the pitch that Diego Costa had acres of space. They found him and he just put an arm out and just held him off. Literally held him off and pinged it in. Yeah, I was right down the other end in that ground in the top tier. So it was just like a little dot. But seeing it back, and I see it back obviously after the game and that. But, you know, seeing it a couple of years later, you realise that that was 2017. We're now in 2021. That was 2017-18 season. We're now 2020-21. 2-3 years later, this geezer still can't defend. So why isn't he trying to look to improve himself? Why isn't he trying to look to make himself better as a footballer, but as a creative force and a defensive force, and be an all-rounder, doing both? When you look at Trent can cross a ball, but he can't defend. He's equally as bad defensively as Bellerin, by the way. Yeah, that guy is so out of position all the time. But when they have their system in play and they've got all their players fit, it don't matter because they get cover. We don't get cover because the guy we got next to him is Rob Holding. This is this football club. It's mad. It's mad. Big up CZ Gunner, my guy. Good afternoon. Hypothetically, would you take Kufal from West Ham? What do you think of Souček? Kufal is levels above him, if we're being honest. I don't think he's the level required, but who am I to turn my nose up at West Ham players at the minute, mate? They're fourth. And they're only 4 points off second with David Moyes as manager. So, listen, Souček, as for Souček, I think he's their best midfielder. People can rave on about Declan Rice this and Declan Rice that. For me personally, he's their best midfielder. And thank you for that, man. Very generous. Appreciate it, buddy. Man looks fresh. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're all too kind, man. Smash the likes up if you haven't while I sip on my tea. I will be back again about 5:30 with another video. I'm then going to be doing a watch along on Dammy's channel. So I'm going to build the little graphic with the score timer and all of that later on. And me and Dammy are going to watch Atletico versus Chelsea tonight, which should be good. It should be a good game. Thomas Tuchel's rejuvenated them. Amazing what happens when you sack a manager and get a new one in. But yes, apparently you only get the new manager bounce. And then it's back to square one, apparently, if it's Arsenal. Well, we didn't even get a new manager bounce. We just had 2 games that won us an FA Cup. Well, what do I know? There you go. I'm just a numpty YouTuber. What about Willian? Can we give him away for free? Willian is an interesting one because he's been crap, but somebody out there will buy him in the summer. And he's under contract for another 2 seasons after this one. So we can get some money for him, which is kind of staggering. Big up to Devon. Would you go on the Big Six show? Yeah, if Turkish asked me to, I'm always available for Turkish, bro. He's my guy. He is my guy. And make sure you check out his channel if you haven't, Turkish LDM. But yeah, man, big up to you, Countro, for that donation. Appreciate it, man. It's 800 people watching nearly. Smash the likes up. If you haven't checked out my Discord, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. So make sure you check that out. We're moving up to about 400 on that now. There's only 149 likes. That's a shock. That's a shock, man. That's like Hector Bellerin moves. You're doing Hector Bellerin. Becky B moves are going on. Nobody's liking the video. What's going on here? Sort it out, people. Let's see how many people we've got on Discord. Let's have a look. Come on, let's drive this Discord up, man. Big up to Neftali and to Epic Nin as well for running that to the T as well. Thank you very much. You both put mad effort into that for me. 378 people on Discord. So thank you very much to everyone who has flown on to that. Lee looking clean. Cheers, man. I feel fresher, mate. It's amazing how the length of your hair can change your whole face. It's mad, isn't it? It's like, I did have a shave as well, but yeah, it's mad. I just don't like facial hair, and like my hair gets to a certain length, brother, and it's just a mess. And my forehead's grown another inch. It's bigger than Arsenal's future. It's it's mad. It's actually mad. But yeah, keep smashing these likes up. We'll do another 5-10 minutes or so. I'm gonna have something to eat and set up this little timer and all that for Dammy tonight. Get the champers out. Get the champers out. We can now get an actual right back. I'll be planting a tree for every year Bellerin's been here. I won't be wasting good or average champagne on Hector Bellerin. I will be planting a tree and giving back to the environment. As soon as he leaves, I'm planting 9 trees. Because I think he would have been here for 9 years if he leaves in the summer. So yeah, man, we'll plant a tree for every year he's been here. How's that? Thank you for your donation as always, buddy. Appreciate it, man. And to Vegas Gunner. Chelsea upgraded managers. Spurs may sack Jose. We're stuck with Arteta. A bunch of fans who make excuses for him. I don't think Tottenham will sack Jose, if I'm honest. I don't think they're going to, because if they do, that totally stops their rebuild as well. Yeah, and let's be honest, they have actually got a chairman who gives a fuck. But they haven't spent that much money since Jose's been there. I think 60 million they spent in the summer. So I think they'll give him another season. Or another transfer window at least. I think with us, the way they've put so much time and PR and marketing into Arteta, it's going to look like egg on their face if they sack him, innit? But the problem is, how far do we drop down before enough is enough? You know, we've got Leicester on the weekend. That ain't an easy game. They're second in the table or third in the table. That ain't easy, man. Maddison's popping goals in. Harvey Barnes is having a mad season. And we all know Jamie Vardy will bag against us. He always does. They've got a decent defence. They've got a decent coach. You know, they've got a good team. They've got a great structure in place in terms of their, I said structure. I've been sucked into the buzzword, structure. And they've got a great structure in place with their academy and scouting network and stuff like that. So yeah, man, it's a bit of a madness. The thumbnail alone deserves a like from everyone. Yeah, thank you, man. I was going to put him in the pink outfit. Let me see if I can find it. I think I've still got it on here. There it is. I was going to put him in that on the thumbnail. Do a leaper in the cup, bruv. Do a leaper back again. But yeah, it's a bit of a mad one. We've got Leicester. I think we've got West Ham, Tottenham, and Liverpool coming up. We could genuinely be back down to about 14th, 15th. I think Palace won last night, didn't they? Let's have a look at the league table. Oh, there you go. 6 o'clock tonight. Leeds are playing Southampton. I didn't even know about that. So yeah, I'll be doing my stream at 5 o'clock there, 5:30 then, because we don't want to interrupt that. Let me have a look at the league table. See, look at that. Wolves are only 1 point behind us. They were 9 behind us the other day. That's actually insane. So we're on 34 points. If Leeds win, they go above us. If Southampton win, they go 2 points behind us, and they're currently 14th. Burnley are 6 points behind us. We still got to play Burnley, obviously. So we can't really rule that one out, can we? I think Brighton on 26. They're in trouble, man. Brighton are in trouble. They're only 4 points off relegation. So are Newcastle. That's mad. My doppelganger can't get relegated, bruv. Would we take Graham Potter at Arsenal? Is that actually a thing? Would we take him at Arsenal? Wouldn't it be funny? We could take Graham Potter at Arsenal. That would be funny as fuck. But yeah, we could potentially be down to 14th or 15th again in the next 3 or 4 games. So it's where the cutoff point is for the club, because the cutoff point for me was employing him. I didn't want him. We all know that, you know. we've had some good results. We've had mostly bad results. We've had records broken that are not the records you want breaking. You know, he's broken so many shit records. It is mad. For him to finish, this is crazy, right? For him to finish on Arsene Wenger's lowest ever points total, which was his last season at the club, this manager has to win 9 games and draw 2 out of the last 13. So he has to get 23 points just to finish on Arsene Wenger's lowest points tally. No way is he doing that. We've only got 34 all season. We're going to finish on about, we've got 13 games, we're on 34 points. We're going to finish on about 50 points. About 50 points. We'll get about another 16 points this season if we're lucky, which isn't good enough. It's really not good enough. And, you know, everyone was getting excited at the start of the season. Everyone was gassing up top 4. Everyone was saying we're potentially, you know, going on for a title if we sign Houssem Aouar. And I was sitting there all summer saying, look, even with Houssem Aouar, we ain't getting top 4 with this manager, because we needed a right back in the summer. We needed another midfielder in the summer, as well as Aouar. I feel like we needed somebody else just in case one of them two got injured, Partey and Aouar. You know, Smith Rowe's obviously been given more opportunity this season, but it's just not been good enough, man. It's not acceptable. But the problem is the club have put so much fucking marketing into him that it will be a damning indictment on them as a football club if they sack him after telling all of us and peddling the trust the process crap, that they'd have to go and get a big boy manager next time, because they can't peddle the trust the process shit next time, can they? So trusting the process has got us to 10th in the table, knocked out the FA Cup, knocked out the League Cup, and on Thursday we could be out of the fucking Europa League at the same position and same 32 round the 32 that he knocked us out last year. I don't think it'll happen on Thursday. I personally think we'll get through. I said this the other day. Wouldn't it be ironic if we ended up getting Villarreal in the next round and he hammers us and he then gets sacked after that? Unai Emery must be laughing his bollocks off at the way this season's gone. Yeah, he's doing all right over in Spain. He ain't getting top 4, but did anyone expect Villarreal to be top 4? Do you know what I'm saying? He's done very well for them. And in Europe, we know this is his competition. And I wouldn't put it past Villarreal going all the fucking way. It'd be mad. If we lose on Thursday, that's the season over. Yes, big up to you, Declan. Big up to you, my guy. I appreciate that. And the season's over anyway, mate. Let's be real, because we ain't going to win this competition. This manager is tactically unbelievably average. Yeah, people bang on about him being tactically this and tactically that. He's tactically fucking naive. That's what he is. Yeah, it's not good enough, man. Big up to Demetrius for your super sticker, man. Appreciate that, my guy. Thank you very much. Hopefully everyone is slapping a like up on the video. And if you haven't, what are you waiting for? 221 likes. Check out the Discord as well, pinned to the top of the chat. So make sure you do that. We're 18 away from 400 on that now. So come on, man. Discord it up, baby. Discord it up. And yeah, we could potentially finish 15th. That ain't even a joke. That is not even a joke. We could potentially finish 15th this season. The games we've got coming up with the teams around us getting points, picking up points along the way. Like I said, Leeds could go above us tonight if they win. I think they will beat Southampton tonight. Southampton did all right against Chelsea the other day, but other than that, they've been dog shit in the last 7-8 weeks. So, and I think Leeds will do a number on them tonight, which will put us down to 11th. Then we got Leicester. Then all of a sudden, Wolves, I don't know who Wolves are playing at the weekend, but if we lose to Leicester and Wolves win, they're above us. That puts us 12th. Do you know what I'm saying? Then if Southampton win their game at the weekend, they then go above us. That's then 13th. Let's have a look. No, Southampton won't go above us. They won't. Leeds to go above us. Wolves. Sorry, it was Palace I was on about. Palace. If Palace win at the weekend and we lose, they're above us. So we could be 13th. If Wolves, Leeds and Leicester... Wolves, Leeds and Palace win their games and we lose to Leicester, we could be 13th at the end of the weekend. That's a fucking embarrassment, man. Let's have a look at Wolves' fixtures. Wolves have got Newcastle. Then they've got Man City and Villa, and then Liverpool, West Ham. They're pretty fucked as well, to be fair. Let's have a look at Palace. Let's have a look at Leeds, actually. Leeds have got Southampton today. Then they've got Villa, West Ham and Chelsea. That's not easy, is it? We might stay 10th. We might stay 10th. Crystal Palace have got Fulham on Sunday. Then they've got Man United. Then they've got Spurs. So, yeah. And after that, they've then got West Brom, Everton, Chelsea and Southampton and Leicester. Then Man City, fucking hell, their runs. They got Liverpool still. They've still got us there. Aston Villa, they got the hardest running out of all of us. But it's a funny old season, man. And the fact that we're sat in 10th with more losses than wins in February on 34 points is a fucking shambles. It's not good enough. And that, on the manager's words, 8th in the FA Cup weren't good enough. So if he knocks us out on Thursday, I fully expect his resignation on the table at London Colney on fucking Friday morning. Big up to Demetrius, man. Appreciate the 2 donations, buddy. Uni had me busy to studying PR. Hopefully I can help Arsenal with the crap PR in the future. Trust the PR process. It is a PR process, my friend. Thank you for that, man. And yeah, PR is a wonderful tool, bruv. How many times? We should do a drinking game, yeah? Shots. Let's take some shots, yeah? What we should do is every time you hear the phrase roadmap, because I'm sick of hearing it already. Oh, Boris Johnson's outlined his roadmap. Yeah, Boris Johnson, if he was reading the fucking roadmap, would have us crashing into a ditch, mate. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? About roadmap. And the thing is, this is what I was saying to my missus last night. He's basically put a plan, or the government, he's just the guy who fronts it, but they've put a plan together. Yeah. If you put a plan together to do whatever it is you're doing, you're not going to say, oh, babe, I've just put a roadmap together. You're going to say, I've put a plan together. But the way things get PR'd and marketed, yeah, it makes it sound bigger and better than what it is. The geezer was stood there last night saying, yes, you will be allowed to go and have a coffee on a bench in a park. Well, thank you fucking very much, mate. You've only wasted a year of every fucker's lives. Do you know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. You're doing me a favour by letting me have a coffee on a park bench, you absolute wrong'un. Anyway, let's move before I get angry. People start defending Arteta, saying he's a better manager than Moyes. If that's the case, why are West Ham 4th with a worse squad and Arsenal are mid-table? Exactly, bruv. And if you look at their team and our team, we're light years better than them. The manager, if you swapped managers, would Moyes have us 10th? I don't think he would. Would Arteta have them 4th? No fucking chance. So yeah, you're spot on, Alex. And big up your donation, my guy. I appreciate that. Big up to everyone liking my fresh trim. Thank you. I did it myself. I used to cut my hair back in the day, man, when I was growing up. I used to do it all the time. And yeah, I ain't done it. Well, I did it in the first lockdown myself. And I kind of messed it up a little bit in the first lockdown. This time I've done it all right, man. I've done it all right. So yeah, I can't complain. But we'll do 5 more comments, man. We'll do 5 more comments. Lingardinho is better than William. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. You doubting Matt Hancock's methods? Hey, bruv, go eat out to help out. But then what we'll do is we'll then blame it on all you people that ate out to help out. Bruv, the whole thing's a sham. The whole thing is a sham, bruv. But listen, hopefully we are going to all be back to some level of normality by June. Hopefully I'll be able to get a flight to fucking Spain at some point. They might actually start putting flights back on again and not making it illegal to leave the country. So hopefully I'll be able to get some sun on my skin, because I'm looking a bit milk bottle, bruv. A little bit milk bottle, like my t-shirt. I need some tan. I need some sun. I need some good tapas. I need some good little sit by the pool with the music on. I need a little bit of beach life. Wifey in the cut. See, wifey's always preying. She never always puts a comment in, but I know she's always watching. Big up the wifey. You're coming with me as well. Yeah, just jack the job off and off we go. We'll run away together. Anyway, big up to Marshall. It says, hi Lee, just joined. Would you take Hakimi or Lamptey as a replacement for Ballerina? Heard he wants to leave she wants to leave to PSG. Yes, she does want to leave to PSG, and I would take both of them. The one thing I'll say about Hakimi, I think he's better in a 3 at the back than being an actual out and out right back, because defensively he's not outstanding, but neither is Lamptey. But both of them are young enough to be coached properly and move forward and do the defensive side of the game. This guy is what, 25, 26? He ain't going nowhere, bruv. Yeah, he's been stuck in his ways at this football club. Hakimi's had multiple clubs, so he's not stuck in any one set routine, and he's not just had the Arsenal way, which is fucking lose. So yeah, man, It's mad. But yeah, listen, I'm gonna get myself out of here. For anybody like Georgie who's not bothered to turn up on time, ballerina Beccy B wants to leave apparently, and Barcelona have been put on red alert. Red alert. Yeah, which is probably the case because let's be real, they don't know defenders. Chig does, and PSG wanted this ballerina in the last summer window, so hopefully they can come in and buy him this window. Yes, I keep telling her this, mate. I do keep telling her this, Anthony. But yeah, Malaga's about 30 minutes from my house, though, bruv. That's the only problem. But we could take her car over there and she could drive to work. But she don't like driving in England, mate, let alone driving on the wrong side of the road. But anyway, we'll leave it on this one. Big up, Ready. Lee looks 10 years younger with a fresh trim. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Big up all the love, bruv. I told you, I'm multi-talented, bruv. I can do YouTube. I can cut my own hair. It's all good, bruv. It's all good. Everything's good. Life's good. And Hector Bellerin is hopefully going to leave. Maybe I should have put a light on. It's looking a bit dark in here, isn't it? But listen, big up to everyone who's watched live. 900 people at one point. If you haven't stuck a like on the video, disgraceful. There's only 261. Make sure you check out my Discord as well. It's pinned to the top of the comments. And stick a like on the video before you leave. Check out the Discord. I'll be back again at 5:30. And then I'll be doing a watch along with Dammy on his channel for the Atletico Chelsea game tonight. So big up all the real ones in the cut. Rat Army assembling. Thursday's a big game for us. Beccy B could be leaving. And everything's good, man. Life's good. I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. And all have a wonderful afternoon. Niraj, you joker. And